So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and this story comes from Detective Comics number 66, published in August 1942, with story by Bill Finger and art by Bob Kane, and this is the first appearance of Two-Face. Pretty neat cover, but really has nothing to do with the story, but I still like it. Have you ever tossed a coin to decide something, settle a problem about which you couldn't make up your mind? Remember how eager you watched to see which side won, heads or tails? Of course you wouldn't stake a life on the flip of a coin, but how about a man who staked his soul, his very actions, on the spinning of a silver coin, because he was like that coin itself? He too had two sides as distinct as day and night, as good and evil. Meet the most bizarre criminal of all time, a 20th century Jekyll and Hyde in the crimes of Two-Face. So we open up in a court trial with Apollo Kent, last name Kent. Harvey Kent is the district attorney, and Boss Maroney, the head of the mob, is on trial. We had a fight. Oh, this is Batman saying, we had a fight and Maroney got away, but he is the man who shot Bookie Benson. He's lying, I tell you. And Harvey Kent has a piece of evidence, which is Maroney's lucky piece. So Maroney decides to teach him a lesson and throw some acid at him, but the Batman deflects it, and it only strikes half his face. It was apparently vitriol, which I did not know was an acid. A concentrated solution too. Lucky for Kent, your hand deflected it, so it only struck one side of his face. My poor darling. So he gets bandaged up, and later on, as the bandages are removed, he discovers that one side of his face is horribly scarred. There is a man who can perform the plastic surgery, Dr. Eckhart, but unfortunately, Dr. Eckhart, he went to visit his brother in Germany long ago. The war started. The Nazis put him in a concentration camp. So the only chance that Kent has is if Eckhart is returned, and then he can perform the plastic surgery. So people around town are frightened of him. He says, look again, a face divided into... This is when he's visiting his girlfriend. A face divided into beauty and ugliness. Queer, frightening, isn't it? So she is frightened by his angry demeanor, and apparently she was making a whole bunch of statues of him, busts, and so he smashes one side of it so that it will look like what he looks like. What am I? I'm not a man, I'm half a man, beauty and beast, good and evil. I'm living Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So he takes Maroney's lucky coin and carves into one side of it, and then he decides to flip it to determine whether he will become good or evil, and it comes up the scarred side. Crime wins. From now on, I decide everything on a flip of a coin, on its two faces that symbolize mine, beautiful and ugly, good and bad. Hee hee. So he apparently is able to put together not only a gang, but he spends a month preparing, and has this place made up that is fancy on one side, or at least nice and clean on one side, and a mess on the other. And so he begins his crime spree. But if the coin ever comes up with the clean side, which would be about 50%, he takes the money that he's stolen and gives it to a needy cause. So we have divided public. Two-Face is a murderer. Two-Face looted my jewelry store. Two-Face is a philanthropist. Two-Face is kind. He paid off the mortgage on my home. So one of his accomplices asks why he's always flipping the coin, and he explains that the coin's two sides symbolize my two sides, good or evil. On them depends our next move. So when the ugly side wins, evil triumphs over good. Haha. Our next job will be the Brown Bond Company messenger, which apparently is someone who is well known to carry $20,000 every time he hops on the Fifth Avenue bus. So, seems like a bad idea to advertise that, but they take over the bus and just kind of skip all of the stops so that it's empty. And when he gets on, let's see here. Well, Batman and Robin see that something is going on. Batman, look over there, atop the bus. Holy cats, come on, Robin, what are we waiting for? So they both just leap at this lamppost and jump on to the top of the bus. Okay, Batman, cut out the horseplay. Kent, at last, I've wanted to talk to you about giving up this life of crime, and I've given up my fiancée, my career, everything. Now stay out of my way, or you'll shoot me, your friend? I don't believe it. But he tells his men to kill him. And watch out, fellas, this bus lurches so much. Come on, let's give that kid a dose of lead poisoning. So they are fighting, and meanwhile, a bullet ricochets and hits the driver in the back, so the bus is out of control. Jump! Let the bus crash and smash up the Batman and that cursed boy. Jump! So the bus is going down, looks like going down a hill towards a wall. Ugh, got to stop it. I've got to. And they manage just in time. Robin manages to stop it just before it hits the wall. Phew, now that's what I call a good break. And I do mean break. Gotta get up and now and help Batman. So back at Two-Face's lair, I'm a rat. Once I was the Batman's friend, today I killed him. But my bad side made me. If only the good side of the coin had won. Can this be me? Can this be the man who was once handsome, had a sweetheart, was a respected district attorney? Look at me now, ugly, a criminal. So he smashes this mirror, because apparently nobody's supposed to put a mirror in his place. I forgot, boss, it was an accident. So he flips the coin. The bad side wins and you lose. Come over here. It's not right to kill you on the good side of the room. And besides, you deserve to die anyway. You're a cold-blooded killer. Were I still a DA, I would have seen to it that you went to the chair. So he kills him. Gentlemen, the Bad Faces decided that we will rob that double feature movie house tonight. So they're going to go and rob a theater, which apparently is attended by a lot of wealthy folks. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin discovered on this person's foot, I think he was probably the driver, that for whatever reason, the map of the theater was on his foot. So they already know that, or a schematic of it, where his next crime is going to be. And at the theater, it is showing Superman. This is a job for Superman. The movie stops, and which was common back in the day when they didn't use digital film. So the audience starts clapping to encourage the projectionist on, and suddenly a message comes up. Everybody stay in your seat. This is a holdup. And then the face of Two-Face comes on in a pre-recorded message. I am Two-Face. You've heard about me, so you'd all better cooperate or else. My men will pass among you. Please make your contributions quickly. I call your attention to the machine guns on stage. Meanwhile, Robin shows up in the projection room. It's that kid. Have to make this short and sweet, pal. No time to play with you. So he shines a light on Batman so the Batman can see, and he goes down to take care of the criminals. Greetings, gents. I've decided to become part of the cast in this melodrama. I see I didn't kill you after all, Batman, but I can make sure of that now. So they get into a huge fight. Anyone calling the police will be severely punished. And he finally decides to just head out of there. Gone. How could he have disappeared so quickly? Two-Face heads off in a car. Meanwhile, a police officer tries to wave him off. And when Two-Face doesn't stop, the cop pulls out a gun and shoots his tire. I'm lucky to get out of that without a scratch. Now for my hideout before I'm spotted. So he shows up at his hideout, but Batman is there. Batman, how? Very simple. When the policeman hit your tire, I was attracted by the shot, spotted you, and trailed you here. You would have made the perfect getaway if you hadn't made the mistake of driving down a one-way street the wrong way, and that's why the cop tried to stop you, not because he thought you were a crook. Ha! How ironical that I planned my crime career on the number 2 should be tripped up by a one-way street. Wait, you're not taking me in. I'll kill you first. Go ahead, shoot, you fool. Can't be smart. Give yourself up. The court remembers your fine record as a DA. They'll know this is only temporary insanity induced by your terrible misfortune. I'll even speak for you. You'll get a light sentence. By the time your term is up, perhaps Dr. Eckhart will be free. You'll get your face fixed. You can start your life all over again. What do you say? It's what the coin says. It decides everything for me. If the scarred side comes up, I kill you and continue a career of crime. And if the good side comes up, I go with you. So he flips the coin and it lands on a floorboard on its edge. Well, standing up looks like you have to flip again. No, Batman, I toss once against chance, and since I can't decide for myself, it's up to fate to decide what to do with my life now. A man whose being and future rests in fate's hand. Which way will she toss him, to good or evil? The answer to this amazing riddle of Two-Face will be found in the October issue of Detective Comics.